the week at the 24/7 motel. The walls are too thin, the beds they all squeak at the 24/7 motel. The freeway's so close that it rattles your head at the 24/7 motel. The thunder from the big rigs could wake up the dead at the 24/7 motel. The Gideon's Bible is there, though the times it gets old and rare. When you wake up, you haven't a prayer, 'cause you've just been through hell. Don't think God's ever stayed at the 24/7 motel. Well, there ain't no room service or mints on your pillow, just a fine neon sign shining outside your window. But with Denny's next door and the rent's a darn cheap, better quit your complaining and get you some sleep. Sleep. Sleep.
Hey, baby! Where you going? Come on back! Hey! What you looking at? Hey, get away from her! Get away from her!
What?
Housekeeping!
The maids knock at 8, though checkouts at noon at the 24/7 motel. But that works out great, 'cause you can't leave too soon from the 24/7 motel. And you greet all your neighbors as they load their cars at the 24/7 motel. You wonder how many have psychological scars from the 24/7 motel. Think it's time that we headed for home. Let's go put some bugs on the chrome at some later date. If I roam, you might think me unwell. Well, I'll probably stay at the 24/7 motel, 'cause the sheets and the bathrooms are clean. There's even a soda machine. And oh, what old Johnny has seen, but never would tell. I'm coming back soon to the 24/7 motel. Now I don't have much money, and what I got ain't mine. I spent it all some years ago for stuff I bought on time. What I earn tomorrow is all gone yesterday. I'm folding me hands, bowing me head, and this is what I'm going to say. Oh, Lord, have pity on this working soul. Show me how to climb out the hole. Feel like I'm buried, but I ain't dead yet. Ain't dead yet. What I really wanna know, what I really wanna know, is there life after death, sir? Life after death got in way over me head, sir, and it's causing regret. I work hard every day, sir, giving more than I get. Can't you point out the way, sir, to life after death? Now someone's always trying to give me another credit card. They make it so dang easy, that's what makes it hard to quit this living in the red and move into the black. Guess I'm just a credit junkie, plastic monkey on me back. Oh, Lord, have pity on the working soul. Show me how to climb out the hole. Feel like I'm buried, but I ain't dead yet. Ain't dead yet. Oh, what I really wanna know. What I really wanna know. What I really wanna know is there life after death, sir? Life after death. Cutting way over me head, sir, and it's causing regrets. I work hard every day, sir, giving more than I get. Can't you point out the way, sir, to life after death? Now, I ain't blaming no one else but me, but I'd sure love to live the rest of my life interest-free. Got no time for my family, no time for me friends, no time for vacations, and no meeting of the ends. All the mail I receive says remit payment due. Light up the end of the tunnel, Lord, and let I make it through. Oh Lord, have pity on this working soul. Show me how to climb out the hole. Feel like I'm buried, but I ain't dead yet. Ain't dead yet. Know what I really wanna know. What I really wanna know is there life after death, sir? Life after death. Cutting way over me head, sir, and it's causing regrets. I work hard every day, sir, giving more than I get. Can't you point out the way, sir, to life after death? Cruising down the road at night, watching all the countryside roll by. Illuminated by the light of half a white-hot silver dollar, poking through the black backdrop of a midnight sky. I keep on driving towards it, radio playing some old Van Morrison tune. just crazy, but I think I'm getting closer to the moon. You know, I saw this guy the other day throw a beer can right out of his car. So I looked at him and hollered, hey. I picked the can up and tossed it back. He drove off yelling, just who do you think you are? One day I'll get in someone's face, tell them that they ought to shape up soon. And just like old Ed Norton, find myself much closer to the moon. Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the dish ran away with the spoon. Now if that cow got up there, I thought from my high chair, I bet I can make it. Yes, I can make it. Ran away with the spoon. Now if that cow got up there, I thought from my high chair, I bet I can make it. Yes, I can make it. And now I've got these lofty dreams, and lots of folks might picture me a fool. 'Cause I take my ideals to extremes. That's one way to get ahead. When 2 steps forward and 1 step back seem to be the rule. I'm working towards a better world. I won't let no one puncture my balloon. 'Cause as long as I'm trying to shoot it, I might as well get closer to the moon. Just a little closer to the moon. I think I'm getting closer to the moon. Yeah, a little closer to the moon. Just a little closer to the moon. Go. Folkey Monkey Thursday, not just any Thursday. And we do have a live audience here tonight. Thank God they're alive. And they're, even though they're, there we go, there's a little shot of the audience from the back. And so wave, everybody. All right. Socially distanced and wearing masks, but we're making progress, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you out there in cyberspace, on the interwebs, Facebook and YouTube, nice to have you with us. I appreciate you all being here. You don't know how wonderful it is. We've got some great guests this evening, and of course we have our usual contingent of band members with us tonight, and I'll introduce them in a second. I'm going to get started with a theme song. Our theme tonight is Joni Mitchell, and so I'm going to start with one of my favorite Joni Mitchell songs. This is a beautiful song regarding a street musician, and I have been a street musician in the past, and I've always been able to relate to this song. You know, there's an internet meme that's been going around for years about, I forget what the fellow's name is. His last name is Ball. Somebody is going to come up with it for me. But he's a world-renowned symphonic violinist, and he decided he'd do an experiment. He went down into the New York subway system, and he pulled out his violin, and he played for an hour. And I think he made a total of, I don't know, $38 or something like that. And then the night before, he was playing at Symphony Hall in New York or whatever, a huge venue, and getting paid enormous sums to be the section leader for that symphony orchestra. And it just went to prove that unless they know who you are, they're probably going to walk right on by you. This is a song called For Free. I slept last night in a good hotel. I went shopping today for jewels. The wind rushed around in that dirty town. The children let out of their school. I was standing on a noisy corner, waiting for the walking green. Across the street he stood, and he played real good on his clarinet for free. I play for fortunes and those velvet curtain calls. Got a black limousine and two ladies fair escorting me to the hall. I'll play if you have the money, or if you're a friend to me. The one-man band by the quick lunch stand, he was playing real good for free. Nobody stopped to hear him, though he played so sweet and high. They knew he had never been on their TV, so they passed his music by. and I meant to go over and ask for a song, maybe put on a harmony. And I heard his refrain as the signal changed. He was playing real good for free, for free. Thank you very much. Now let me introduce the band. We got Mr. Jeffrey Stasny on percussion. He's coming up. There he is. Hi, Jeff. How are you? Muy groovy. And the inimitable Mr. Jim Reeves on bass guitar. He's working on a role in a traveling troupe of The Lord of the Rings, and he's going for the Gandalf position. And so he's trying to get into character. And then, coming right up behind him, we've got our guests this evening, and they are the de facto experts in the world on Joni Mitchell's music, as far as I'm concerned. And they've made a recent career of reproducing her music to a T, and they've done several albums in their complete form, Hissing of Summer Lawns, Hejira, Blue, Court and Spark. They've reproduced them perfectly, and tonight they're here as a duo without the rest of the Mutts on the Planet, but Jim has played with Mutts of the Planet. He's a mutt. And so they got a partial band with them tonight. Jeff and I are filling in. And would you please welcome Robin Adler and Dave Blackburn.
And hello to everyone at home. We're very fortunate to have this group tonight, so rather than just photographs on chairs, we actually have people.
Live, breathing people.
So we're going to start with a couple of tunes from her Blue album. Sitting in the park in Paris, France, reading the news and it sure looks bad. They won't give peace a chance. It was just a dream some of us had. Still a lot of lands to see, but I wouldn't want to stay here. It's too old and cold and settled in its ways here. Up in California, California, I'm coming home. Gonna see the folks I dig. I'll even kiss a sunset pig. California, I'm coming home. I met a redneck on a Grecian Isle who did the goat dance very well. He gave me back my smile, but he kept my camera to sell. Oh, the rogue, the red rogue, he cooked good omelets and stews, and I might have stayed on with him there, but my heart cried out for you. California, California, I'm coming home. Make me feel good, rock and roll band, I'm your biggest fan. California, I'm coming home. Oh, it gets so lonely when you're walking and the streets are full of strangers. All the rain. Went to a party down Red Dirt Road. There were lots of pretty people there reading Rolling Stone, reading Vogue. They said, how long can you hang around? I said, a week, maybe two, just until my skin turns brown. Then I'm going home to California. California, I'm coming home. Will you take me as I am, strung out on another man? California, I'm coming home. Oh, it gets so lonely when you're walking and the streets are full of strangers. All the news of home, you read more about the war and the bloody changes. Will you take me as I am? Will you take me as I am? Will you take me as I am? Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we decided to fit this next song in because somebody requested it.
Yeah.
It's called Carrie.
They're online, I hope. Joe Del Rios, you better be out there.
The wind is in from Africa. Last night I couldn't sleep. Oh, you know, it sure is hard to leave here, Carrie, but it's really not my home. My fingernails are filthy. I've got beach tar on my feet, and I miss my clean white linen and my fancy French cologne. Oh, Carrie, get out your paint. I'll put on some silver. Oh, you're a mean old daddy, but I like you fine. Well, come on down to the Mermaid Cafe, and I will buy you a bottle of wine, and we'll laugh and toast to nothing and smash our empty glasses down. Let's have a round for these freaks and these soldiers, a round for these friends of mine. Let's have another round for the red devil who keeps me in this tourist town. Oh, now Carrie, get out your cane. I'll put on some silver. Oh, you're a mean old daddy, but I like you. I like you, I like you. Maybe I'll go to Amsterdam. Maybe I'll go to Rome and rent me a grand piano and put some flowers round my room. Well, now let's not talk about fare thee wells now. The night is a starry dome, and they're playing that scratchy rock and roll beneath the Motel. Oh, now Carrie, get out your cane. I'll put on some silver. Oh, you're a mean old daddy, but I like you. I like you, I like you. The wind is in from Africa. Last night I couldn't sleep. Oh, you know, it sure is hard to leave here, Carrie, but it's really not my home. Maybe it's been too long a time since I was scrambling out in the street. Now they got me used to that clean white linen and that fancy French cologne. Oh, now Carrie, get out your cane. I'll put on some silver. We'll go to the Mermaid Cafe, have fun tonight. I said, oh, you're a mean old daddy, but you're out of sight. Ooh, yeah. Thank you.
Ah, this is wonderful. Wonderful. This is fun. Stepping on my headphone cords. Uncomfortable, that is. Oh, let's keep it up. Keep up the Joni Mitchell for another song at least. do this song that one of the first environmental tunes that I've in my recollection. And
have a chimey head.
And of course, I've taken artistic license on this, and because of inflation. You'll know what I mean when I get to it. All right, we got some folks chiming in on the internet, and we got a monitor up here in case you guys can't see it, and we're reading. The best event of the week is back. We are going to have a great time, that's for sure. Joel, I hope you heard your song, because we just did Carrie. Just for you. Yep. Okay, there we go. Thank you. One of my favorites. He was the guy that requested it. Okay, so we're going to do this song called Big Yellow Taxi. Are we ready, folks? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Well, they paved paradise and put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Took all the trees, put them in a tree museum. Then they charged all the people $25 just to see him. I said, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, put away that DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, but leave me the birds and the bees, please. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Late last night I heard a screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my girlfriend. I say, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Last night I heard that screen door slam again, and a big yellow tractor pushed around my house and pushed around my land. I say, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Bop, 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 bop. Paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Bop, 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 bop. Put up a parking lot. Thank you very much. That's Dave over there on the Pandero. Show him the Pandero, Dave.
This is a Brazilian tambourine called a pandeiro. Just looks like a tambourine, but it hardly makes any sound until you do that kind of thing.
It's a very, very versatile instrument.
But there are people in Brazil that's all they play, and they're virtuosos on the instrument. It's amazing what you can be a virtuoso on.
That's right. What's up next with you guys? Oh, I see. We're going to turn it over just to Dave and Robin for the next number here.
Well, this next song that's called Little Green. And it's a song that Joni wrote about her daughter that she adopted out when Joni was quite young. But it's really a sentimental, sweet tune.
And nobody knew that she'd even had a daughter, not even her parents, because it was so taboo to have a child out of wedlock back then. So when the internet came along in the late 90s, her daughter managed to find her. So there was a big reunion some 30 years later.
With a moon in Cancer, choose her a name she will answer to. Call her green, and the winters cannot fade her. Call her green for the children who made her. Little green, be a gypsy dancer. To California, hearing that everything's warmer there. So she write him a letter and say her eyes are blue. He sends her a poem and she's lost to you, little green. He's a non-conformer, just a little green, like the color when the spring is born. There'll be crocuses to bring to school tomorrow, just a little green, like the nights when the northern lights perform. There'll be icicles and birthday clothes, and sometimes there'll be sorrow. Child with a child pretending, weary of lies you're sending home. So you sign all the papers in the family name. You're sad and you're sorry, but you're not ashamed, little green. Have a happy ending, just a little green, like the color when the spring is born. There'll be crocuses to bring to school tomorrow, just a little green, like the nights when the northern lights perform. There'll be icicles and birthday clothes, and sometimes there'll be sorrow. Thank you.
What a poet, that woman. And we're going to do one of my own songs right now. And we have a secondary theme going on tonight. Normally, my guest picks a theme, and of course, goes on said that it should be Joni Mitchell when Dave and Robin show up, because that's what they've really concentrated on for the last. How many years have you been doing this? 15 years of paying tribute to such a wonderful artist. And
I'm not sure if we owe her royalties or she owes us royalties.
Oh, somebody in Chile is watching. Do you know somebody in Chile, you two guys?
We do.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's wonderful.
Rico Alvaro.
The secondary theme is the songs that I picked that aren't Joni Mitchell songs for my set tonight came from my album Little Sons, which Dave Blackburn produced in 1997. And
When we were young and promising.
yeah, and I promised I'd pay him, and I haven't yet. So, but we're both very proud of that album. And so, hi, Carl. Good to have Carl Anthony out in the audience. And so here's a song from that album. It's called Dreamin'. And one of my favorite cuts on the album. It's a very atmospheric piece. Should be. It's, about dreams, relaxing, taking the weight off your shoulders, the weight of the world off your shoulders. Wait a minute. I want to tell a story. Just a real quick story. This part right here, Taylor Guitars used that very part on a CD that they put out when they created a pickup system for their guitars. I forget what year it was, but and they had me play a song on that CD, and then they used this little bit of the sound bite on the CD as bumper music between clips on the DVD that they put out. Not a CD, it was a DVD that they stuck in every guitar case that had this guitar pickup system on it. And little did they know that this was, of the two songs on the CD that I didn't use a Taylor guitar on, this was one of them. This little bit. I played it on that Martin right back there. The day is over. You've done a day's work. Soon the daylight will give way to night. Lay your burden down. It's time to wear your crown. Hurt won't find you there in your favorite chair. Just kick your shoes off, take a deep breath, take your shower, wash off the day, and have your evening meal. See how good you feel. You are in control. Take time to feed your soul. Shift down into low. There you go, rolling down that hill. Let yourself be still. Close your eyes and dream away. 'Cause while you're dreaming, you might discover what you've been seeking, some peace of mind. So enjoy your ride, see all that's inside. May your dreams come true, nightmares rarely do. birds singing your favorite tune. Add your harmony. Pretty soon you'll be far away in your dream, all ahead full steam. You are in control. Take time to feed your soul. Shift down into low. There you go, rolling down that hill. Let yourself be still. Let your dreams take you away. Thank you very much. Some fine guitar work over there by Dave Blackburn. Bet you he wished you were the one playing it on the record, because it sounded great.
Thank you, Joe.
Sounded great. Jamie Kime's got nothing on you.
Hope he's not listening.
I'm not saying he's bad. He's just, you're both Mr. Voicings. Did you get to use that chord you wanted to use?
Yeah, actually, that was
Hey, Dave.
that's what they call a $50 chord.
Yay, Michelle.
Are we going to go to France?
Boy, this is great. It's just so wonderful to be doing music again. For the last year, I've just been mowing and weed whipping and digging things up and trimming trees.
You know, in this setting, we just can't get that picture of you.
And when I'm driving my tractor, yeah, you would not recognize me, I'll tell you.
Are you singing while you're driving?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I am. But I've taken the week off.
This is a fun song by Joni called "In France They Kiss on Main Street," and it's a reminiscence of what it was like growing up in the late '50s when rock and roll was being born. And she loved to dance, and so there's lots of references to that.
Downtown, my darling dime store theme. In the war of independence, rock and roll rang sweet as victory. Under neon signs, a girl was in bloom, and a woman was fading in a suburban room. I said, take me to the dance. Do you want to dance? I love to dance. And I told them, they don't take chances. They seem so removed from romance. They've been broken in churches and schools and molded to middle-class circumstance. And we were rolling, rolling, rock and roll. Downtown, the dance halls and cafes feel so wild you could break somebody's heart just doing the latest dance craze. Gail and Louise in those push-up brassieres, tight dresses and rhinestone rings, drinking up the band's beers. Yeah, love was kissing under bridges, kissing in cars, kissing in cafes. And we'd be walking down Main Street, kisses like bright flags hung on holidays. In France, a kiss on Main Street, d'amour, mama, not cheap display. And we were rolling, rolling, rock and rolling. rose up from the dead. I'd be kissing in the backseat, thrilling to the brando like things that he said. And we'd be rolling, rolling, rock and rolling, rolling, rock and rolling, rolling, rock and rolling. Thank you.
I like that song. We're going to do a little blues number here. It's from my CD, Little Sons. And one of the reviews I got actually, well, forget who said this to me, but after hearing this particular song, they say, well, I got 2 reviews on it. And he said, Joe, I want to slap you, you're so happy. And then another person said, even your blues are happy. And I can't help it, you know, just... I saw a cartoon in a magazine once, and there was a black musician seated in a green room, surrounded by women and booze and lines of cocaine on the table, and he had, you know, beautiful sequin suit on and rings on his fingers, and he had his guitar sitting next to him on the couch. The stage manager poked his head in the door and said, 5 minutes to showtime, Mr. King. Well, they didn't say Mr. King, but you know, they were alluding to it being BB. And the guy answered back, he says, you know, I don't feel like singing no blues. And that's kind of how I feel. You know, after a while, the blues get to you. This is called somebody else's blues. Those are the kind that you don't want to have. Got enough of your own, right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. I got my troubles, got my worry, I got mighty matters on my mind, but nothing I can't handle, comfortable in my own shoes. Don't you know that I'm just glad I don't have somebody else's blues. Some say the grass is so much greener on the other side of yonder hill. Long as the grass is underneath me, I ain't gone to sweat no shades or hues. 'Cause green is green. I'm just glad I don't have somebody else's blues. Now some might have more money, some might have more brain, but that life ain't always sunny, honey. They get their share of rain. If you got trouble, you got worries, well, I'd like to help you if I can. Don't envy your neighbor, they got more cares than they can use. You got to tend to your own and be glad you don't have somebody else's blues. devil's all around me. Everywhere I go. But I'd rather fight that devil than some devil that I don't know. If you've got troubles and you got worries, you can be certain that you're not alone. Don't second guess the dealer, 'cause no one gets to pick or choose. You gotta play your hand and be glad. Tend to your own and be glad. Don't you know you should be glad you don't have somebody else's blues? One more time. Do it again. Dims the blues. Thank you very much. Hey, great work, Dave. I'm honored to have. Dave didn't play as much guitar when he produced the album back in 1997. But he got busy on the guitar a few years ago and has just, well, at least 15 years ago, more than that, because he had to be up to speed when he started this Joni Mitchell thing. But he's just become the master of voicings, and he's just got so much great technique. And
That's very kind of you, Joe.
Well, it's an honor to have you learn my tunes, man. That's cool.
Actually, I love that song so much that when I'm teaching guitar lessons and I'm teaching kids about blues, I make them a CD, or I used to make them a CD. Probably now I make them a file that I send to their inbox. But I used to make them a CD on the history of blues, and I'd start out with some Bessie Smith and some, 1930s, 40s stuff, and then some Eric Clapton and B.B. King. And then in the modern, I had some Larry Carlton. I had Joe Rathburn doing somebody else's blues as a kind of example of another spin on it. And so I love that tune, and we finally got to play it.
We ought to re-record it and Dreamin'. I'd love to re-record Dreamin' with the voicings that you come up with now, and with somebody else's blues, like do a full-on horn section and stuff. That'd be cool. We're going to make this our last song until we take a quick intermission, and so Robin and Dave.
We're going to do a ballad from The Hissing of Summer Lawns, and this is Joni's lyric writing was at the peak of her powers in the mid-'70s, and this particular song blew away Elvis Costello so much that he said, if I could write one line as good as most of the lines in this song, I would have considered my career peaked. But she just rolled them off verse after verse. So listen to the words in this one. This is called Shades of Scarlet Conquering. And it's about a woman who kind of lives through old movies, probably to escape from the current day.
Scarlet and her deep complaint, mimicking tenderness she sees in sentimental movies. A celluloid writer comes to town, cinematic lovers sway, plantations and sweeping ballroom gowns take her breath away. Out in the wind and crinoline, chasing the ghosts of Gable and Flynn, through stand-in boys and extra players, Magnolia's hopeful in her auburn hair. She She comes from a school of southern charm. She likes to have things her way. Any man in the world holding out his arm would soon be made to pay. Friends have told her not so proud. Neighbors trying to sleep and yelling not so loud. Lovers in anger, block of ice. Harder and harder just to be nice. Given in the night to dark dreams from the dark things she feels. She covers her eyes in the X-rated scenes running from the reels. Beauty and madness to be praised, 'cause it is not easy to be brave, to walk around in so much need, to carry the weight of all that greed. Dressed in stolen clothes, she stands cast iron and frail, with her impossibly gentle hands and her blood-red fingernails. Out of the fire and still smoldering, she says, a woman must have everything. Shades of scarlet conquering, she says, a woman must have everything. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Robin Adler and Dave Blackburn. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. All you folks out there in Facebook land and YouTube land, now's the time to make the popcorn. Go to the fridge. And I wish we had popcorn and stuff here for you guys, but we don't. But we're going to take a break anyway. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Have to make your own. It's quite a bit like farming, 'cause you reap just what you've sown. So to you I wish good planting, so at harvest time all bad luck you will spurn. And what don't kill you makes you stronger. If you're really lucky you live. What don't kill you makes you stronger. If you're really lucky you live. What don't kill you makes you stronger. If you're really lucky you live and you learn. You say your piece, and I say mine. You say we're through, I say that's fine. You scream and cry, I swear and shout. But by and by, we work it out. Though sometimes its life hangs by a string, it's for certain we never will kill this thing. No, we never will kill this thing. We make our peace, we draw the line. It's you and me, by grand design. A promise kept, a vow fulfilled. Though tears were wept and air was chilled, let the choirs of angels sing. It's for certain we never will kill this thing. No, we never will kill this thing. The clouds roll in, clouds roll out. What is love all about? It's all about some hopes and dreams, a lightning spark, and lots of learning in the dark. A tender touch, a knowing look, and every day we write the book. Sure as summer will follow spring, it's for certain we never will kill this thing. No, we never will kill this thing. And take your swing. It's for certain you never can kill this thing. No, you never can kill this thing. Times in my life I have been filled with questions. So many times in my life I stood and shouted, why, God, why? When all I needed was a clue or a few suggestions. All it seems that you did was sit there watching me cry. What's the big idea? the master plan? Show a larger picture. Show me what you can. I hear you got it all figured out, and the whole world's in your hands. What's the big idea? Help me understand. Why do good people get hurt? Why is it feast or famine? Why do we dish out the dirt like it was so much cherry pie? With all the goodness you made, you'd think we'd all be jamming, but we just keep making war as if to spit in your eye. What's the big idea? What's the master plan? Show a larger picture. Show me what you can. I hear you got it all figured out, and the whole world's in your hands. What's the big idea? Help me understand. I'm down on my knees. You could put me at ease. Humor me, please. I could sure use some answers. And God said, I gave you your brain and all it's hooked up to it. I gave you pleasure and pain, the land, the sea, the big, big blue sky. Love is the meaning of life. You all just need to do it, and you will find your way home if you just open your eyes. That's the whole idea. That's a master plan. It's just a work in progress. Do you understand? It's true, I've got it all figured out, but the free will's in your hands. It's a big idea. Do the best you can. It's a big idea. Do the best you can. It's a big idea. Do the best you can. I know you can do it. It's a big idea. But do the best you can.
You studio audience, you having a good time? Yeah. All right. Hi out there in YouTube, Facebook land. Welcome back.
You face tube,
Here we are, getting ready to do set number 2. It's my turn, it's been pointed out, and I'm going to do another song from Little Sons, the 1997 album that Dave Blackburn over there produced. And this is a tune for my lovely wife, Mare, who may be watching right now. I'm not sure, but I think she is. And hi, Mare. Hi. Give me that camera over there, John. So there we go. Hi, honey.
I'm not home.
This is for you. And this guitar is considerably louder than the other one.
It has a stutter.
This song's called I Don't Think I Know. 1, 2, 3, and... Just because you smile can... Oh, jeez. Let's take it from the top. We'll edit that out. You'll never be able to unsee it or hear it, but we'll edit that out. No, this is for you, honey. 2, 3, 4. Because you're always there for me, and you put love in everything you do. And just because your smile can melt my heart, you think that I should care for you. I don't think you're pretty, I don't think you're fine, I don't think you're brilliant, top of the line, and I don't think your presence was stolen the show. I don't think you're the greatest, I know. And just because you make me laugh and cry, and you're patient with all that I go through, just because you're always on my mind, you think that I deduce a thing or two. But I don't think you're funny, I don't think you're nice, and I don't think your sweetness, sugar and spice, I don't think. I don't think you're special, I admit I'm not the smartest man. Sometimes I'm just a simple fool. Now that I have you, the facts are simple too. Fact is, I am certain you're a jewel. I don't think you're witty and so full of grace. I don't think you're sexy all over the place, and I don't think you're perfect, perfectly so. I don't think I love you, baby. Baby, I know. I know I love you. I don't know that I do. I
think I love you, baby. Keep going. Baby, I know I don't think I love you. I don't think I know that I do. I don't think I know I love you. I don't think I love you, baby. Baby, I know.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's the wonderful vocals there.
The
David.
Thinkettes.
The Thinkettes. All right, I got to switch back over to this, and this is a multi-step process, so hang on. Take the earbuds out of the ears. Take the guitar off. Mute the pedal board. Unplug the guitar.
Do you want some help?
I want a guitar tech is what I want.
Well, I can do that.
Put the guitar on. Put the earbuds in.
Well, this next tune is another song off of her Hissing of Summer Lawns album, and this is Harry's House.
That's her with a capital H.
We were very fortunate to have this wonderful bass player, Jim, play with us when we did the entire album twice at two different events. And really, I think, aren't you award-winning?
He's Canadian. It's close enough, right?
Go ahead. Yes.
Somebody said I was good once.
He sure is. Boy, we're lucky to have him play with us.
Jim, you're from Kenora, right?
Yep.
There's actually a Joni Mitchell song called Carnival in Kenora.
Yeah.
And it never appeared on one of her records. It was an unreleased demo. So there. Mm-hmm. So Joni Mitchell's well known amongst guitar players for having many, many tunings. She actually was a pioneer that way. You probably heard of Hawaiian slack key, where guitar is tuned in an open chord. So she certainly wasn't the first, but she took it pretty far, and this song uses a very pretty tuning. It's a C9 sus, if you're interested. And this is called Harry's House, and there's some pretty chords that come with this tuning. So the way she would often work is she would design a tuning and then see what chords she could come up with, and then see what they evoked. And then once she had chords that evoked something, she'd know what the song was going to be about. And then she would write the words. Sounds backwards to me, but that's how she did it. 2, 3, 4.
Heat waves on the runway as the wheels set down. He takes his baggage off the carousel. He takes a taxi into town. Yellow schools of taxi fishes, Jonah in the ticking whale, caught up at the lights in the fishnet windows of Bloomingdale's, watching those high fashion girls, skinny black models with raven curls, and beauty parlor blondes with credit card eyes, looking for the chic and the fancy to buy. He opens up his suitcase in the Continental Suite, and people 30 stories down look like colored currents in the street. A helicopter lands on the Pan Am roof like a dragonfly on a tube, and businessmen in button-downs press into conference rooms. Battalions of paper-minded males talking commodities and sales, while at home their paper wives and their paper kids paper their walls to keep their gut reactions hid. Yellow curtains for the kitchen, climbing high before the bath. She is lost in house and garden. He's caught up in chief of staff. He drifts off into the memory of the way she looked in school, with her body oiled and shining at the public swimming pool. The more I'm with you, pretty baby, the more I feel my love increase. I'm building all my dreams around you. Our happiness will never cease, 'cause nothing's any good without you. 'Cause baby, you're my centerpiece. Well, shining hair and shining skin, shining as she reeled him in to tell him like she did today just what he could do with Harry's house and Harry's take-home pay. When are you gonna be home, Harry? You kids get off that couch. Although I hate that couch. I'd like to have a new couch, actually. We've been cooped up for over a year, Harry, and I'm ready to go to Paris, because in France I hear they kiss on Main Street. I want some romance. Otherwise, nothing's any good. Nothing's any good. Nothing's any good. Thank you.
Mind if I pick it up a little bit here to another song off the Little Sons album? Be Wise. Everyone's sounding and looking great. Barbara and Duncan here. Hey, you guys.
Oh, nice. Hey.
The Dunkster is out there. All right, let's see. I can.
Look how popular you are. It's all about the bass.
That's right. This is a song, huh? This is a song called "If I Don't Change My Way." I wrote this song. I was driving in my car and listening to a talk radio show, and they were the interviewer was interviewing an American Indian, a Native American, and he was a chief, and he was a member of the American Indian movement, you know, trying to get reforms for the American Indian, and they were discussing many things, but they started getting on the subject of this other Indian chief who had passed away recently, and they told the story about him. He was a man of small stature, and but he had a big heart, and he fought for Indian rights with passion, and they told a story of how he got in somebody's face once. Well, maybe he got in somebody's waist, but he looked up at them and said, "You know, if you don't change your way, you're going to get to where you're going." And I thought that was a very profound thing to say. So I wrote this song with that title, "If I Don't Change My Way." If I don't change my way, I'm gonna get to where I'm going. Yeah, if I don't change my way, I'm gonna get to where I'm bound. Might be bound for heaven, I could be headed straight to hell. I might be going just around the block, but sometimes it's hard to tell. But if I don't change my way, I'm gonna get to where I'm going. Yes, if I don't change my way, I'm gonna get to where I'm bound. Well, you can fool some people sometimes, but myself I can't deceive. On life's journey, you gotta face the truth, unless it's walking beside you when you leave. Well, if I don't change my way, I'm gonna get to where I'm going. Yeah, if I don't change my way, I'm gonna get to where I'm bound. I'm gonna get to where I'm bound. Get to where I'm bound. I might be leaving in the winter, I might be leaving in the spring, I might be gone for the break of dawn. Come on, won't you join me when I sing? If I don't change my way, I'm gonna get to where I'm going. Yeah, if I don't change my way, I'm gonna get to where I'm bound. You might not think that there's a heaven. You might not think that there's a hell. But wherever we end up when we quit this life, we're gonna be there quite a stairway. If I don't change my way, I'm gonna get to where I'm going. If
we're going. We're gonna get to where we're going. If we don't change our way, we're gonna get to where we're bound. 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 We're gonna get to where we're bound.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We
Joe
left out
Wright-
a rehearsal.
Joe writes some good tunes, doesn't he? Really good. Really
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
I think we
love 'em.
actually already got to where we were going
That's true.
about a year ago.
I see your point. All right. All right. I love this tune.
Which is? Oh, okay.
Yvette?
So this was a co-write between Joni Mitchell and David Crosby. She hardly ever, I don't think she ever did co-writes, but they were old friends, and so apparently he sent her a draft of lyrics, and she sent them back several times with red pen through them, with the word cliché written on them. Her mother was a school teacher. And so eventually they got rid of all the cliches, and it ended up as Yvette in English. A tale about a waif in the left bank of Paris.
He met her in a French cafe. She slipped in sideways like a cat. Sidelong glances, what a wary little stray. She sticks in his mind like that, saying avez-vous une allumette, with her lips wrapped around a cigarette. Yvette in English saying, please have this little bit of instant bliss. He's fumbling with her foreign tongue, reaching for words and drawing blanks. Loud mouth is stricken, deaf and dumb, in a bistro on the left bank. If I were a painter, Picasso said, I'd paint this girl from toe to head. Yvette in English saying, please have this little bit of instant bliss. Burgundy nocturne tips and spills. They trot along nicely in the spreading stain. First she flusters, then she frays, so quick to question her own words. Her cigarette burns her fingertips as it falls like fireworks. She curses it. Then sweetly in English she says, please have this little bit of instant bliss. What blew her like a leaf his way, up in the air and down to earth. First she flusters, then she frays, so quick to question her own worth. Her cigarette burns her fingertips as it falls like fireworks. She curses it. Sweetly in English she says, please have this little bit of instant bliss. He sees her turn and walk away, skittering like a cat on stone. Her high heels clicking, what a weary little stray. She leaves him by the Seine alone, with the black water and the amber lights, and the bony bridge between left and right. Yvette in English saying, please have this little bit of instant bliss. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Our pleasure. Trust me. All right. Nobody asked for it, but you're going to get it anyway.
Oh.
God, I think she's Bob Dylan.
Always liked this song. I've always wanted to do it.
Actually, this song was inspired by a recommendation from David Geffen. He said, "Joni, you need to write a hit." I hope I'm thinking of the song that you're doing. Yeah, this is the only one you do with the harmonica.
The one about the radio station.
Yes, and so she said, "Okay," and it was a hit.
She was kind of
Yeah.
contemptuous. She said, "You mean something like this?" She said, "Yes, exactly like that," and put it out, and of course it was a hit.
And that was the last one of that type.
Maybe you can answer who played the harmonica on it.
Neil Young.
I figured as much.
You know, the Canadians stick together.
Yeah, as well they should. Okay, here we go. This is called "You Turn Me On, I'm a Radio." 1, 2. If you're driving into the dark cloud above you, dialing the number that's bound to love you. Honey, you turn me on. I'm a radio, I'm a country station, I'm a little bit corny, I'm a wildwood flower waving for you, broadcasting tower waving for you. And I'm sending you out this signal here, and I hope you can pick it up loud and clear. No, I don't like weak women, I get bored so quick. And I don't like strong women, cause they're hit to my tricks. It's been dirty for dirty down the line, but you know I come when you whistle, loving and kind. And if you've got too many doubts, no good reception for me, then tune me out. Cause honey, who needs the static? It hurts the head, and you wind up cracking, and your day goes dismal from breakfast barn into the sign-off prayer. What a sorry face you get to wear. I'm gonna tell you again now, if you're still listening there. You're driving into town with a dark cloud above you, dialing the numbers, bound to love you. Lying on the beach, the transistor going, kick off those sandflies, honey, the love's still flowing. Your mind's heart's, let's forget it, your heart's still smoking. Call me at the station, the lines are open. Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you. Call me at the station. The lines are open.
She probably thought that those are some corny lyrics.
Well,
I can hardly stand it, but she. But you hear it in the supermarket when you.
and you love it.
Yeah. Maybe she overthinks things.
Well, undoubtedly, but in a very, very skillful way. She's very skillful at overthinking. And she puts all that overthinking into her lyrics, and voila, a masterpiece.
So this next song we're going to do, it's just Dave and I are going to do it in the world of Joni, what?
The Joni verse.
This is called The Franchise because it's been recorded over 1,000 times
I think it's
by
closer to 2,000 now. But
2,000?
official releases. This launched her career, and she had a hit with this before she even had a record deal, so she was making money off of this song, which actually enabled her to get a record deal because she was already a proven writer. And it's been recorded in dozens of languages, and it's called Both Sides Now.
Judy Collins had a big hit.
This is a completely different arrangement than how she does it.
This is our arrangement.
But, yeah.
Dave's arrangement. My hubby. Rows and flows of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, and now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I could have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's cloud illusions I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, and now it's just another show. You leave 'em laughing when you go. If you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions I recall. I really don't tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds, I've looked at life that way. And now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed. Well, something's lost, but something's gained from living every day. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life. I really don't know life at all. Oh. Thank you.
Frank Sinatra recorded that. She was 22 or 23, and she was on her way to the Mariposa Folk Festival and was taken off in a plane and saw clouds from below and above and thought, I could do something with that.
Thank goodness for her talents. Well, from one iconic song to another, and then I'm going to turn it over to you guys to close the show, if you don't mind. This is a sing-along, and I invite you all to sing along on it. Now, I don't know if you guys got the memo that I'm doing this in F. Okay, all right. I'm very well known for not only changing keys at a moment's notice, but not knowing what key I'm in at any given moment.
You should read through your email thread.
Are you saying I missed something?
To find out what the latest key is going to be.
Oh, okay. So sing along as soon as you realize what song and what key we're in.
Actually, Joni said this is a sing-along, and she encouraged people to sing, and it didn't matter if you sang in tune.
That's right. That's right. I heard that, as a matter of fact. Was that on the Miles of Isles that she said that? Okay. So here we go, the circle game.
Yesterday, a child came out to wonder. Caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was filled with thunder. Tearful at the falling of a star. The seasons, they go round and round. The painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in a circle game. Then the boy moved 10 times round the seasons. Skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like, when you're older, must appease him. And promises like someday make his dream. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. They tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, till you're dragging your feet to slow the circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the years spin by and now the boy is 20. His dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. There'll be new dreams, even better dreams, and plenty before the last revolving year is through. Acapella.
And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time.
Yeah.
We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in a circle game.
One more time, everybody.
The seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in a circle.
Round and round and round.
Round and round and round and round and round in the circle.
Pretty song. Pretty song. Thank you very much.
Actually, she wrote that for Neil Young.
She did.
He was complaining when he was 21 about getting older. Do we have any sympathy?
I know you guys were singing along even though I couldn't read your lips. You all had your masks on, you know. Well, Dave and Robin, it's just been a treasure of a pleasure having you guys on the stage with us tonight.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for having us, Joe. And thank you all for coming out. This is the beginning of something big, I hope.
Me too.
Yeah, there's only one way to go, and that's up.
So we're going to end with a song that Joni herself recorded 4 or 5 times with different arrangements, and this is yet another one, another arrangement. This one's ours, and she was invited to play at Woodstock, and she didn't get to go because her manager said, "Nah, it's a mud bath. You'll never be able to get out and make the Dick Cavett show on the next day." So he persuaded her to watch it on TV. So she was bummed because she really could see that this was a, generational high point. And so she watched it on TV, and she made the Dick Cavett show, and she had the last laugh because in a couple of days she'd written the quintessential theme about it, which she might not have written if she'd gone. So she got the zoomed out kind of perspective of it rather than the mud. But the funny thing was, when she's on the Dick Cavett show, the door flies open and in walks Crosby, Stills and Nash with the mud on their jeans, and they literally just chartered a helicopter so that they could go to play the gig. It was their 3rd ever gig, and so they made it out, and they barged into the studio, which was her moment in the sun, because her career is just starting, and they completely took over the interview. All of a sudden Dick Cavett's sort of talking to them about Woodstock, and Joni's going, "What?"
She looks so dejected.
Men.
Poor thing.
She's like, I knew I should have gone. Anyway, so this is Woodstock.
And you know what? Excuse me, I want a sidebar here. I just watched the movie The Making of Woodstock.
Yeah.
And it's from the perspective of those who put up the money and produced the show. And they had a completely different take on why Joni wasn't there.
Oh.
What was their take?
Their take was, I think, it wasn't because she chose not to be there. It was because they didn't want to book her.
Oh, really?
Or, something like that.
Maybe she doesn't know that.
Yeah, you have to watch that.
Well, she wasn't booked, but she wanted to be a part of it, you know.
Yeah, they talked about early on in the process about thinking about Joni Mitchell being there, and it was not that story that we all know.
All right, shout out to Cliff in Alaska. Hey, Cliff.
Yeah.
Hey, Cliff, got your 5x5 up here. All right.
I came upon a child of God. He was walking along the road, and I asked him, "Where you going?" And this he told me. He said, "I'm going on down to Yasgur's farm. I'm gonna join in a rock and roll band. I'm gonna camp out on the land and try to get my soul free. We are stardust. We are golden. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Oh, oh, well, then can I walk beside you? I have come here to lose the smog, and I feel as if I'm a cog in something turning. Well, maybe it's just the time of year. Maybe it's the time of man. I don't know who I am, but you know life's for learning. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. I dreamed I saw the bombers riding shotgun in the sky and turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, billion-year-old carbon. We are golden, caught up in back to the garden.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Dave and Robin, Robin Adler, Dave Blackburn, Jeffrey
Thank
Stasny
you.
on percussion, and Jim Reeves on the bass.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, and
Yeah.
you in YouTube and Facebook land, glad you were here. You live people, really live people. We are so glad to see you again.
Live and semi-live people.
And John Kirko back there on the
Yeah.
tech, the lights, the streaming, the sound. He's Superman. He's everywhere at once. And we'll be back in 2 weeks when my guest is Dave Buddha. And Dave Buddha has chosen Led Zeppelin as our theme.
Damn.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing some interesting stuff on the next show. I don't know what it is. It's the second, I think it's the 10th of June, the second Thursday in June. We will be back. So y'all come back now, you hear? But let's have another round of applause for Dave and Robin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And a round of applause for Joe and Jim
Thank you.
and Jeff.
Accepted. And for yourselves. Good night, drive safely, or for those of you watching at home, go to bed.
Causing that love to grow. We can keep to our own space. Let the world be a colder place. Or we can all be little sons. Mother Teresa would give her own shirt. That little old lady out tackling great big hurt. A supernova is what she's come to be. But she can always use some help from sons like you and me. We can all be little sons, shedding light everywhere we go, warming up our atmosphere, causing that love to grow. Or we can keep to our own space and let the world be a colder place. Or we can all